result, that bitch say positive. Positive. Let me look at this shit again. I froze. Hey y'all, so I wanted to come and be very real with you all. 2016 has been a very interesting year for me. And I just wanted to be honest with you all. At the beginning of the year, my child was about 6 or 7 months old. And his dad was still incarcerated. So I came into the year with unsureness. March came about and promises were made to me upon release. Oh, I want to be with you. Oh, I'm going to be this type of man. I'm not going to hurt you again. I'm not going to be doing this, this, and this. It's going to be me, you, our child. Boom. In my heart, I wasn't ready. When I tell you that I was living my life with my friends, I was turning up. I had lost a lot of weight like I have now. And I had option. I had to sadly let go of some people that I was talking to, some situations that were already set up because I wanted to go into it honestly. And I assumed that he would be doing the same. It wasn't perfect because he was unemployed. I was not. So it was like I was carrying my child and carrying a man. But I thought that this was only temporary. I thought that this person was going to be like, you know what? I'm going to work my butt off. I have a child. I had expectations because of what was promised. Things started to get bad around the summertime. Like, I could sense in my heart that I was being cheated on, but I just didn't have the evidence that I could prove it. But I should have known because I saw a couple of things. I saw a few girls pop up on the phone. And then my ex got a little bit disrespectful with it. Like, there would be times where he would leave the room and go talk on the phone. And it's kind of like, why are you leaving the room? Like, there shouldn't be any secrets. Then on top of that, there would be times where I have seen, like, a girl pull up at the house. Oh, that's my homegirl. Or, oh, don't worry about it. And it took me some time to realize, like, you know what? I feel like this fool is passing me off as his baby mama again. Except whichever female is dumb enough to think that your baby mama spends the night at your house 3 and 4 days out the week must be boo-boo the fucking fool or just must not give a fuck. By July, August, it was just not good. Like, my schedule ended up changing at work because I switched roles at work. And we went from spending, like, the weekends together to not really spending the weekends together because I wasn't off on the weekends like I was before. Then he started getting real suspicious. And I started to get out of my element. I felt crazy. I remember I saw something on Facebook. And I was just like, okay, that's what you need right there. It's something real simple, but why is a girl writing on your wall implying that y'all talk? And I got so mad that I drove over to his house and I was like, give me all my stuff because we're not finna be together soon. I can tell this is not finna be it, you know? And he was like, this is it? This is all you have? Oh, I thought somebody called you or something. He was just so nonchalant about everything. He did not care. I remember I asked him in the car that day, I was like, how often do you want to see your child if we don't work out? Because the way this is going, I don't see it working out for very long. He didn't have an answer. I took my stuff home, couldn't sleep. I had a lot of sleepless nights throughout this time. Shortly after, you know, we weren't seeing each other like that because he was making excuses. Oh, I gotta go make money. Never saw any of the money. Never did anything unless you were reminded. And honestly, I don't know if you did it or if side bitches did it. I could care less. We ended up breaking up. He broke up with me for nobody. He broke up with me because he was just done. What did I do? Nothing. Loved it. I was just so distraught over it that first night. Like, it was just a shock for me. But then I was like, you know what? I had to be real with myself internally. And I just had to be like, you know what? I am not happy. I have not been happy this whole fucking year. Thank you. Thank you for doing it. He had tried to break up with me in June, but then he took it back. But I should have known then, like, okay, it's time to move on. I made myself a promise at the beginning of the year. I said that if he doesn't have the shit together by the end of the year, by December 2016, I'm going to make the decision for myself to move forward for me and move forward for my son. I decided to move on. He texted me the next day like nothing happened after he was so ugly to me the night before. I was calling, I was crying, I was texting. He was being nonchalant probably because he was sitting up with some bitch. But the next day he wanted to text my phone like nothing happened. or whatever after he caused the argument so he could break up. And I didn't respond unless it had my son's name in it, because at this point, I'm like, we're just going to co-parent. That's it. More time passed. Josiah ended up getting sick. He don't have a job. I asked him, Josiah's sick. My babysitter won't be able to keep him. Can you keep him? Oh, you can only hit me up because you might need me to watch Josiah. You have nobody else? Oh, no, nigga. It's not that I don't have anybody else. You're his dad. You're not doing shit. Do you want him or do you not? If you don't, I'll figure it out. Oh, okay, well, I can keep him, but you gotta come get him after work. The day that I'm supposed to drop him over there, he texts me literally 2 hours before I have to be at work talking about he forgot and he has a job opportunity. Strike fucking one. I go the fuck off, because now you playing with my money. You're not giving me no money for your child, and then now you playing with my money, my ability to take care of your child, because I'm doing it by myself. Whatever. Fuck you and fuck that job opportunity. I'm gonna figure it out. One of my close friends was able to keep my son for me that day. Another close friend was able to keep my son the next 2 days. Figured it out. Made it to work. He texted me again, oh, how's Josiah, a couple days later. I told him he's fine. No thanks to you. And I went off and I told him how I felt about that. You can do whatever you want to do because you're single. I'm not in your business. I don't care about what bitch you got going on, whatever. Don't care about that. But when it comes to Josiah, you're not going to play them games that you play with me with him. You only going to get about 1 or 2 times and then that's it. Told him, oh, okay, well, I start this job on Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. Cool, whatever. Just know that I'm not playing with you. I guess he thought I was playing. Couple of days, weeks later, he texted me, pretending like he was checking on Josiah, tried to hit me up for some sex. I told him he was crazy, and I didn't respond for the rest of the day. So then the next time he texted me, he acted like he wanted to get Josiah. I was supposed to be going on a trip. My trip was canceled. I had already made plans. I could keep Josiah that following day because I wanted to test and see if he gonna do what he said he was gonna do. Sure enough, the same day that he's supposed to get Josiah, he cancels. And I just go the fuck off. I'm pissed. You can text my phone asking about some sex, but you can't get your son because you want to say you have another job opportunity. Mind you, this nigga sits at home and babysits his mom's child all damn day. All damn day. That's what you do. Literally, that's what he did when we were together. So I know that much haven't changed in a month's time span. That was strike 2. At that point, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to keep on trying to co-parent with this nigga because he's being childish and this baby needs... I was moving on with my life. I was doing what I needed to do for me as a woman. As a woman, when I get out of a relationship, I go and I get tested. I have no problem with sharing that because I'm grown. I'm not a hoe. I know everybody that I've slept with. And I can definitely, if something were to come up, I know exactly who gave it to me. I had tried this new soap, and I was thinking like, okay, I've had this problem before. I tried some new soap before, and, it causes a yeast infection. Cool, let's go to the doctor. Let's get that cleared up. No problem. Go to the doctor. I get tested. I explain to the doctor, I've tried this new soap, and I just got out of a relationship. I want to get tested for everything because going forward, I need to know where I stand. Cool, no problem. Boom. So... test results come back and she's like, yeah, you just have a little yeast. No problem. Prescribe something for it. It'll be gone in about a week. Don't take your alcohol. You're fine. All the lab results for the STDs didn't come back until the following day. Hadn't had sex almost 2 months now. First results come through and it's for syphilis. Negative. Okay, cool. Whew, every time you take a test, you're like, woo. All right, I'm free. You start thinking about everything that you did since the last time you've been in the doctor's office, and it makes you feel good. So then I get another test result, gonorrhea. They're coming in at different times. Like, they're not all coming in at the same times. Negative. Okay, cool. Woo! All right. Everything's good. Everything's great. Gravy. Then I get another result. It comes to as chlamydia. I'm sitting here like, okay, that's fine. Fine. This is going to be fine. Great. Goodness, good. I pull up that result. That bitch say positive. Right then and there, it was like the epiphany that I needed, that I was not a crazy bitch. I was about to be a crazy bitch right then, but I knew that I was not a crazy bitch. This man made me feel like I was crazy. This man accused me of being crazy. He accused me of being psycho because I kept saying shit. And finally, it clicked for me like, not only was I done because you ain't shit, Not only was I done because you don't take care of your kid, but the fact that you lied and made me feel crazy, made me lose myself so that I couldn't be the woman that I'm supposed to be because I'm sitting here trying to be woman enough for your stupid ass. And then you had the nerve to text my phone asking for some sex when you over here with a dirty dick. It was so many emotions through my head. First of all, I'm a very clean person. Like I said, I do a lot of monogamous relationships. I've never had any STD. I've never had anything come up crazy. I was sitting here out in my element, not feeling that was the epiphany that I needed. I was sitting there like, wow, I didn't feel worthy. I felt dirty. I felt embarrassed. Like I'm sitting in a clinic like one of these hoes that be just giving pussy to everybody. I know who I slept with. I wanted to stab this nigga. I wanted to show up at his house and pretend like I was gonna fuck him and stab him. I wanted to cut off his nuts and mail them to the bitch that gave it to him. I felt so fucking betrayed. I was pissed. Sent a message, went off. Pissed. Didn't get a response. I called the phone. This nigga wanna play dumb. Oh, I ain't got nothing. I ain't give you nothing. You making that up. I'm like, bitch. I'm like, okay, you gonna play dumb, I'm gonna bring your mama in it because you is a little mama's boy, a little baby ass nigga sitting on the couch right now. Anyway, watching the Everest commercial. Get a job. Look, if you wondering why you ain't seen your grandson in a month, because we are not together. Your son has made it to the doctor, got a result, and this motherfucker done gave me a motherfucking STD. I am done. You can let his ass know that I put him on child. I know we done went back and forth for years. This is the end. That's it. She was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I was wondering why I hadn't seen my grandbaby. I just want you to know that I'm here for you and all that fake shit. That was it. Turned off my phone. Just turned off my phone completely. I was pissed. End of the day goes by. I get a message like, oh, well, why are you just now telling me? I didn't know. I called back and I said, I have no reason to sit here and play games. You see that the only reason that I've been communicating with you is about Josiah after this breakup. Because what you did to me was completely fucked up. You should be glad that I didn't show up to your house with a fucking gun ready to shoot your ass. You better be glad I didn't show up with a bat ready to bust some windows out and beat your ass. Because the initial shock of finding that out did something to me. I went and I handled my business. He went and he handled his business. His mom wanted to call and check on me, whatever. Act like she was going to be there. Josiah ended up getting sick again. I reached out to his mother and I said, Josiah is sick. Would you like to have your son keep Josiah because he is sick? And she made it happen. So the last time that he saw his child was towards the end of September because his mom had to intervene and probably because they felt stupid about that whole STD thing. I have a wonderful father. I had what a lot of women wish they had, and I still ended up falling for somebody that was completely ain't shit. It's the complete opposite of my dad. The man I date now, I know it's early. He is everything that I should have already been looking for from the beginning. So I guess this whole chapter that I'm leaving behind in 2016 is my way of remembering what I need to be focused on. The end of this year has been the happiest that I have ever been. And I'm just so grateful. I just wanted to get on here and say what I had to say as a way for me to release it and leave it in 2016. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video.